of human behavior and mental processes. So in this field, we are concerned with how individuals mature at different life stage. Okay, so different life stage starting from birth to infancy, okay, babyhood, toddlerhood, um, childhood, okay, ranging from early, middle, and late, then followed by adolescence, then the adulthood stage, and of course, last is death. So, the concept also of consciousness, memory, and reasoning, that is one concern in this field. So, aside from that, psychology also concerned with how the individual and his environment shape his personality. Okay, paano ba nag-iisip? Paano ba, why do we behave as we do? And of course, how do we feel in a particular certain situation? And of course, psychology is concerned with mental health, mental illness, character, their strength and their weaknesses, how they cope when they have problems, happiness, and of course, well-being. So, like for example, we are also concerned in declining memory, how we deal with other people, concerning also with emotion, and in this field, there are 4 goals in the field of psychology. So, as we define what is psychology all about, this is scientific study. So, all of the concern here in this field, how we discover is based on research. And there are 4 goals of psychology, and this concern is how we discover things like how we describe what the person is doing. Did they do something alarming? Did they do something good or bad? And aside from that, another goal is to explain why is she or he doing that? Bakit niya ginagawa yun? So like for example, why is this person spoiled? Why is this person independent? And so forth and so on. What is the role of experience and like for example, ano ang mga possible goals ng isang tao? So, in the field of psychology, we also predict what is he going to do. So, we are involved in scientific tests. So, we predict based on the experiences. And last, of course, is modify. How can we change the behavior? Okay? So, that's why we intervene. And of course, we try to understand. So, with all the concerns here in the field of psychology, we're going to unravel the behavior, and also we're going to talk about the different psychological theories that influence the way people understand the self. So understanding the self is the highest when different parts of the self become integrative. So the first theory that we're going to study is the theory of cognitive development by Jean Piaget. Okay, so for our first theory, in relation to our topic psychological self, we're going to talk about the theory of cognitive development. So the proponent of the cognitive development, one of the pioneers in the field of psychology is none other than Jean Piaget. Okay? And this cognitive development deals with the nature of the knowledge itself and how the human come from and acquire it. So Jean Piaget started observing how children progress and made sense of the world around them. And eventually, he developed a 4-stage model of how the mind processes the information encountered. So I want you to understand all these concepts okay, in relation to the cognitive development. So with the three basic components of Jean Piaget theory, so one concept that he developed is schema, okay? And schema is considered the building blocks of the knowledge. And with schema, this is considered as the mental organization that individuals use to understand their environment. So, like for example, according to Jean Piaget, it has something to do with the ideas, thoughts. Like, for example, what is your schema when we say parents? Okay. So, parents are loving, caring, others naman neglectful. Okay, so pag sinabi ko naman na stranger, okay, so probably you can say that a stranger can be considered as they will trick you, they will fool you, depende yan sa experience ng tao. Okay, so we try to organize this schema, and some schema they develop to form whether it's good or it's bad. So that's how the concept of Jean Piaget theories cognitive development. We try to build knowledge, okay? So based on the building blocks, and this is considered as mental organization that individuals use to understand their environment. Another concept of Jean Piaget's cognitive development is adaptation. This is how a child's learning process meet the situational demands. So it's like changing the way we think in order to cope with the demand of the situation. So I'm going to give you an example of what this adaptation is all about and how it is developed in a children's stage. Okay? So, in the theory of cognitive development, one concept that proposed by Jean Piaget in the stage of cognitive development wherein it reflects the increasing sophistication of child's thought process. Okay? So we have this, as you can see in your screen, this is the assimilation, the application of previous concept to a new concept. So like for example, the boy saw an airplane from existing schema. And for the first concept that all objects or a living thing that you see in the sky is a bird. Okay? So that's a new concept. Okay? So that's assimilation. Okay? So for accommodation, when existing ideas are challenged, so it changed to adapt. Like for example, kung ang nanay niya ay sinabi na lahat ng nakikita mo ay na lumilipad, that is a bird. So every time when a boy saw a bird, okay, so this boy will pinpoint that is a bird. And suddenly, the boy saw an airplane. And sasabihin niya sa mommy niya, Mommy, that is a bird. And from that existing schema, and this is what you call accommodation. Why? Why is this accommodation? When existing ideas are challenged, you change to adapt. So like for example, no, that is not a bird, but that is an airplane. Okay. So the mother told him it's an airplane and people travel in it and it's not non-living thing. So now, nag-change yung kanyang existing idea. So it's not only living thing that you see in the sky. There is also non-living thing wherein that is an airplane. So with the help of the new schema, now the boy came to know the difference between the bird and the airplane. So that is what assimilation and accommodation is all about. So, parents and the significant person in the life of a child plays a very important role in assimilation and accommodation. Okay, so you try to think of an example.
that you can relate to assimilation and accommodation. So like for example, di ba sinasabi sa atin na when we see a dog, okay, so you have this concept that that is a four-legged mammal, okay, and when you saw a cat, okay, so sabi mo that is a dog, but this concept will change. You need to adapt this to the existing idea, okay, that it's not only dog, they have this four-legged four-legged animals, okay, but we have also tiger, we have also cat. So you see, parents and significant person in the life of a child plays a very important role to develop assimilation and accommodation in the theory of cognitive development. Okay, so as you can see in your screen, another another concept of Jean Piaget in the three basic components of cognitive development is the stages of cognitive development ranging from birth to nearly 2 years. So this is the development of sensory motor, wherein the child will experience the world through senses and of course action. So pag sinabi natin senses and action is more of looking, hearing, touching, mouthing, and grasping. So I'm sure you are all agree with the theory of cognitive development by Jean Piaget because in the sensory motor that develops in this stage, birth to 2 years old, usually ang mga bata dito is they develop their knowledge through their senses. Okay? So like tasting, seeing, smelling, touching, and hearing. And according to him, the development phenomena is object permanence. Later, I'm going to explain to you what is object permanence all about. So, meron ding stranger anxiety. Okay, kaya di ba yung mga bata parang umiiyak sila pagka hindi nila nakilala. Okay, yung nakikita nila or parang bago sa paningin nila. And the next after the first stage, okay, is the pre-operational stage. In the pre-operational stage, it ranges from 2 to about 6 or 7 years old. So, what is the description of this stage? It represents things with words and images using intuitive rather than logical reasoning. Kaya merong pretend play sila dito. Okay. Pretend play, later I'm going to explain this also, and egocentrism. And in the next stage naman, after pre-operational stage, according to Jean Piaget, this is more of concrete operational. Thinking logically about concrete events, grasping, concrete analogies, and performing arithmetical operation. So, range from 7 to 11 years. So, anong development phenomena dito sa concrete operational? Meron na siyang conservation na wala dito sa pre-operational at mathematics. Are not capable of seeing things from another person's perspective. Okay. So, hindi pa nila alam yung mga bagay na naiisip ng matanda. Doon lang sa nakikita nila. Okay. So, they don't have the capacity or ability of how others people think and feel. But it's not some kind of selfish. So, yun lang yung nakikita nila. Okay. So, dito din, okay. So, nakikita lang nila yung kung ano yung sa tingin nila, kung ano yung mas madami. Pero hindi pa sila nakakapag-realize mas madami ito kasi yung shape, mas malaki. Okay. So, ganun din sa mga number of money. Diba ngayon merong 20 cents, okay, na buo, na coins. So, bigyan mo lang sila ng 3 ganon, tapos tig-5 na medyo madami. So, parang akala nila mas madami yung 5 coins compared dun sa 20 coins na 3 lang. Okay, so they don't have this in this stage na pre-operational. Wala pa silang conservation. They don't recognize that when properties or shape or an object change, other properties remain constant. So they don't have this. Nangyayari itong conservation sa next stage, which is in the concrete operational. Nag-range ng 6 to 11 years. That's our next slide. So the next stage of cognitive development, the conservation, okay, so this develop in the stage of concrete operational. So this time, the recognition that when some properties of an object change, other properties remain constant. So nagkakaroon na sila ng conservation of shape, numbers, liquid are now possible. So like for example, as you can see in your screen, okay, in the pre-operational, 2 to 5 years old, di pa nila alam to. Kahit ilagay mo yan sa, that they have the same amount of liquid in a glass. Okay, but they have different size. So parang pipiliin nila, tuturo nila this one because this glass is much taller. So, yun ang sasabihin sa age ng 2 to 5 years. Pero pagdating dito sa concrete operational 6 to 11, they have this recognition already. Like yung coins na binanggit ko kanina, same thing also with clay. Kahit na i-change mo, you try to squeeze this is into a ball or try to put it in a tall shape, yan, thin, long shape, yan. So, sasabihin niya na they have the same size. Ganun din yung length of a ruler. Okay, so dito sa age na to, ng 6 to 11 years, nade-develop na rin yung conservation ng isang bata in terms of their thinking. Okay, sa concrete operational, with 6 to 11 years, very limited din to appearance what is they concretely observe. Just like, di ba, pag nakakita sila ng mascot, tuwang-tuwa pa rin yan. Kasi they cannot see the person inside. Okay? They just considered logically and they have this reason that this is a mascot. I love Jollibee and other characters in the Jollibee. Yan, sasabihin ng bata yan. Pero hindi na sabihin, ay, meron yung tao sa loob. Okay? So that's why, medyo, sila, no, happy pa sila. Pagdating na ng next stage yan, dito sa tinatawag natin na stage na mga adult na yan, adolescents, they know this already na, mascot, merong person inside yan. But dito sa age ng concrete operational, okay, very limited lang to appearance and what is concretely observed. Same thing also dun sa sinasabi natin na pre-operational. They can only say things in their own perspective, not in the other perspective of a person. So what they see and what they think. So like for example, these concrete operational logic and reasoning developed are limited to appearance and what is concretely observed. Kung ano yun lang yung nakikita nila. Kaya medyo happy pa sila dito sa mascot pag nakikita nila kasi yan, nakikita nila yung mga characters that they love. Yan. So, sa Jollibee. Okay, but they cannot see the person inside. Okay, the next theory that we're going to study in the psychological self, this is proposed by William James, the concept of self, the me self and the I self. So actually, William James suggested this, no, that self is divided into two categories, the I self and the me self. So later, I'm going to explain what is this I self and the me self. Okay, so with this concept of self, the me self and the I self, as suggested by William James, according to him, the I self refers to the self that knows who he or she, which is called the thinking self. So, the I self reflects the soul of a person or the mind, which is also called the pure self. And the me self naman according to William James, this is the empirical self, which refers to the person's personal experience that is further divided into subcategories: the material self, social self, and the spiritual self. Okay, so the material self is attributed to the individual's physical attribute. Okay, and the material's possession, kung anong meron ka. Okay, it contributes also to your person's self-image. So while the social self naman, this is what you call, refers to a person itself and how he or she act in a social situation. So James believed that the path to understanding the spiritual self is more of introspection or knowing yourself more better. So, to give you an example for this, James believed that people have different social self, iba-iba daw, depending on the context of a social situation. Like, for example, student may act differently in school. Okay? So, iba din siya sa bahay. Okay? With his or her family. So, the spiritual self, ito yung intimate and most important part of the self. So, nandito yung core values, okay? Nandito din yung conscience mo, nandito din yung behavior. So, with this, as suggested by William James, so the self is not only what you call your thinking, but you have your own me self. Okay, so it's not only the I self, but you have your me self. So, yung personal experience, like for example, yung material self mo, okay, yung social self mo na marami kang hats, you have different roles, you are different when you're with your family, with your friends, with your classmate, and yung spiritual self mo, dito na incorporate yung purpose ng isang tao, yung values niya, yung moral behavior, and conscience. Okay? Another theory for you to understand yourself, yung self-understanding, is proposed by Carl Rogers. Okay, so Carl Rogers with self-theory, the real and ideal self. So with Carl Rogers' self-theory, the real and ideal self, this is another aspect of self-understanding that is very important in adolescence years. So that is focused more on the self-concept. And the self-concept is, this refers to image of oneself. So according to Carl Rogers, he defines self as flexible and changing perception of personal identity. So the self is the center of experience. And he also suggests that self develops from interaction with significant people. Sino ba yung mga significant people mo in life? It can be your family, it can be your friends, okay? It can be your loved ones, okay? Your partner in life. So, with this, the awareness of one's own characteristic and level functioning is very important. So the self is considered the center of experience. And how can we apply the real and ideal self? Okay, so with the concept of Carl Rogers and self-concept. Okay, so again, what is self-concept? This is image of oneself. Yan yung image nyo. So meron kayong ideal self, meron kayong real self. So, according to Carl Rogers, human beings are always striving for self-fulfillment or self-actualization. So lahat daw tayo, di ba? We try to unleash the potential in us. So meron tayong ideal self and real self. So let's say for example, yung tinatawag natin na mga students. Okay. So yung mga students na yan, meron silang self-concept. Okay. To be a good student. So, yung tinatawag natin ideal self, ano ba yung ideal self mo of a student? So, dapat, di ba, you need to comply with all the requirements, you need to pass the exam. Okay, so how are you going to pass the subject? So dapat ito yung gagawin ko. So yan yung tinatawag natin na ideal self. So the ideal self is a person conception of one should be or something that one aspire, by which includes our goals and ambition in life. So ano ba yung mga, what you aspire in life? What is your ambition? Okay. So what is your goal in life? To be successful. Okay. So this is your ideal self. But the real self is that it consists of awareness of what one and what one can do. So parang maging successful ka in life, pero yung real self mo naman, di ba? Hindi naman siya nagmamatch dun sa ideal self mo. Parang ang ideal self mo is gusto mong graduate. Okay, so para to earn a degree and be successful someday. So lahat daw tayo capable to for self-actualization, to unleash ourselves, no? Pero yung real self naman is you are not striving to achieve your dream, okay? You are not striving to achieve your goals in life. So that's why if there's a mismatch, it will result into anxiety and neurosis. So as you can see in your screen, this is how Carl Rogers proposed with the ideal self and the real self. Okay, a goal for Carl Rogers was to help a person's self-image become more congruent and what's the person's ideal self. So your ideal self is usually, di ba, we have aspirations in life, your goals. So ano yung self-image na pinapakita mo? So incongruent yan kasi malaki yung malaki yung gap niya. Okay, and this is considered congruent. So your ideal self, okay? Ano ba yung aspiration mo? Ano yung goal mo? Usually, yung goal nyo while you're here is, of course, you're studying, di ba? And you want to earn a degree. So, you want to finish your study and graduate and be successful later on in life. But the self-image, okay? Pag congruent yan yung para makapasok ka sa mga subjects mo, major or minor, you comply with all the requirements, study hard and pass the exam, and eventually, okay, get a high grade in your subjects, okay. So this self-image is similar to the ideal self. So there is what you call more overlap. So the person can self-actualize. Pero pagka konti lang yung overlap, nakita nyo, yung ideal self nyo, hindi naman ginagawa ng yung self-image. So this person can be considered to achieve yung ideal self niya. So nagkakaroon ng mismatch. Okay. So that's why in Rogers' view, the closer, pagka closer ang ideal self, what will happen? Ideal self and the real self, o yung natawag natin na me self and the I self. So the person will be fulfilled. The person will be happy. And how the individual become, okay? And the more he can be self-actualized. So, ibig sabihin ng self-actualized, you can unleash the potential in you. Pero pagka, when the ideal self and the real self is far behind, okay? Little lang yung overlap niya, the person becomes unhappy. And of course, the person, for instance, like, yung mga, okay, and that's what you call the conscious, the small amount of mental activity we know about ourselves. But the bigger part, which is considered yung iceberg, compared the mind, the id is part of the unconscious mind and comprises the two instinct, which is the eros and the thanatos. So as you can see, yung malaking part na nakalubog sa tubig ng isang iceberg, as what Sigmund Freud compared to an iceberg, the mind itself daw. So that this is where our thoughts, perception, memories, even our fears, unacceptable desire